ASC started out with a rowdy crowd of students eager to start the competition they had prepared for months. The Sac State team wasted no time in gearing up for the competition. Some low-tech, like writing out schedules, to high-tech, setting up an intranet.
Yeah, Teddy was able to find a pretty good network that let us hook up, so we're all able to communicate with one another without using the internet, so it saves our bandwidth for other stuff.
The Sac State students had phenomenal support getting to this point.
The coaches were completely invaluable. Their knowledge and expertise and experience in the field with concrete, it's going to pay off for this team immensely.
Without the coaches and the industry professionals, we wouldn't be halfway as prepared as we are right now.
And they put in the work to prepare.
Preparation that we've done beforehand, all the dry runs, practice rounds, meetings we've had with our coaches have really helped us get here today. I feel like without that we wouldn't have been as prepared. So I think overall it really benefited us just to commit as much hours as we could to the team and the competition, and now we're actually being able to pull through, so yeah.
Now it was up to them to implement what they had learned and attack the problem with a clear strategy. Bright and early Thursday morning, the teams received their problems from the problem sponsor. Immediately, they dove into the problem.
No, that has to be beam.
Throughout the day, they had submittals to turn in, RFIs to request, and parts of the problem to clarify.
Hey, we're about to get held up in the field. Did we talk about that in the phase session? Did we figure out that was a roadblock we need to be cleared? So 6 weeks is ideal.
Toward the end of the day, as the deadlines approached, the stress and tension increased. The Sac State teams were focused, intense, and determined to meet the deadlines.
At least addendum 2, same thing, make sure you fill out the front too. Alright. Flips it up.
Yeah.
The concrete team was the first to submit at 9 p.m. Once again, it was waiting on printers, collating their proposal and double-checking it for accuracy and completeness.
Alright, I'm double checking. Hold on, wait, they should be alright actually. Right? No, I think we're fine. Come check these.
The proposal was complete. Now it was time for the concrete team to head down and submit their problem. They rushed to submit their problem. They were a full 30 minutes early. Although most teams submit a written proposal, the design-build team submitted everything electronically on a flash drive. It was the team leader's job to collate all the files and make sure the proposal was complete. It was a little intense. Check, double check, and down they went to submit. Problem sponsors checked their documents to see if everything was in order. But wait, one file had to be on a PDF, not an Excel document. One of the team members had to rush back up to the room and retrieve the original file. They sat on the floor to convert to PDF. Luckily, they were early and made the corrections in plenty of time. Problems were submitted now, and it was time to prepare for the presentation. Although the Sac State teams had prepared some of their materials beforehand to practice their presentation skills, they still had to finish off their presentations and practice. It wasn't going to be an early night for any of them. Once they received their presentation times, they prepared mentally for the final task.
Orange blocks are our man lifts, and light pink is our laydown areas.
Presentations are a time where Sac State teams shine.
One of the ways we ensure quality is through technology. As Shivani mentioned, Technology is driver innovation, and here at Riverfront, we're at the forefront of that technological curve.
With the presentations done, it was all up to the judges to decide the winners. The day of the rewards, students roamed the exhibit halls where they were treated like rock stars. This year, the exhibit was bigger than it had been for 5 years, even expanding into the hallways.
So we're at the career fair here at the ASC Competition, and you've got hundreds and hundreds of students behind us looking for employment, and even more companies looking for good students. This has been one of the biggest turnouts that I've seen since coming to this competition for the last 7 years, and it's neat to see. Now we're seeing students at the booths that are trying to recruit them for employment and whatnot. So it's actually really neat to see them start dissolving into these different companies and in the areas that they're going.
Hey, I'm with Nick Reale here at the job fair. Nick was one of our shining stars last year on the concrete team, and now he is actually with Sun Construction and judging the competition. So he's completed a full circle from student to employee and now judging the competition.
Sac State definitely prepared me for what I'm doing now with Sun. I would not have done anywhere else.
Thank you, Sac State.
The award ceremony was packed with students, instructors, coaches, and family, all excited to see who would be the winners for ASC 2015.
Difficult one. We had our own difficult project as well. We actually had 16 teams in our problem this year, and that included 3 brand new teams.
In the heavy civil problem, Sac State took.
Moving right along. Second place goes to Sacramento State. This is the 7th year that we've had been the sponsor for the electrical problem. This year we had 9 teams competing.
In the open electrical problem, Sac State took.
And our 3rd place team is California State, Sacramento.
Finally, the last awards for the day were for the open concrete problem. Would Sac State win again this year?
That being said, 3rd place this year is going to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. And 2nd place goes to the University of Florida.
Would Sac State be shut out this year? Or would they accomplish what was virtually impossible?
So this last school, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this because I think there's a basketball team in LA that has a copyright on this term, but we do have a 3-peat this year. Sorry.
Three-peat.
Another successful year for Sac State, and it was made possible by the investment of time and money of the university, instructors, coaches, industry professionals, and our sponsors. And the driving force behind the effort was the Sacramento Construction Management Education Foundation. We would like to thank our SCMEF Board of Directors and the companies they represent. We would also like to thank our Diamond Level sponsors. And thank you to our Platinum Level sponsors. And our Gold Level sponsors. And our Silver Level sponsors. And our Bronze Level sponsors. And our Century Club sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We couldn't have done it without you.